Well, hi, Dan. Welcome to our, well, we don't know how many shows we've done so far, but we've done several, and they have been a blast doing the shows
We've lost
with you.
count.
Welcome to our show.
Welcome to our show. Thank you for tuning in.
It's a pleasure, Dan.
It's a pleasure. Give us a call.
You can give us a call
New York, you're on the air.
if you had the number.
Oh wait, we have to make a number first.
We have to give them the 800 number.
Oh, we haven't done that yet?
No.
Oh.
They don't know the 800 number
What are we
yet.
waiting for?
An 800 number.
Oh, we're going to get one first.
We're going to get one.
All right.
And then we're going to give it to them. And when we do that...
Somebody go fetch a 5-year-old.
Go get the 5-year-old because he'll understand.
Yeah.
And that's totally out of any reference that anybody will know. But thanks for sharing that.
That's Groucho Marx. He's got the mind of a 5-year-old, and boy, is he missing it. That's a different one.
That is a different one.
Yeah.
Well...
Say the magic word, win $100.
Please? Is that the magic word? Isn't that the magic word when you were a kid?
Yeah, that's the magic word for a kid.
Please?
But that's not that's the Groucho Marx. That was his bit.
I
Say the
know.
magic word, win $100.
That was
it
a good...
100 or was it 50?
I think it was 50 or
It was 50.
25 or 100. I think he had different, amounts.
Not for the magic word. I think the magic word was $50.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Were there other words that weren't magic?
No, well, it was a game.
Right.
It was a game that they were actually playing. But
What was the game?
I don't recall. It was just Groucho Marx being silly.
Aha.
And sort of half interviewing people. And
Fun.
then playing a silly game.
Okay.
And if you
But
said that,
let's talk...
if you inadvertently said the magic word, you would win extra money.
Ah.
That's how that went.
Ah, very nice. Well, I'm going to launch right into what I think that our topic is today.
I can't sit like this. Wait, cut, wait, cut. I can't, I'm on budget today.
How much is our budget today?
Yeah.
You mean...
$22? Because we had breakfast. That's our budget for the day.
What?
That's our production budget for
today? Oh,
yeah.
no.
No?
It's amortized. All the gear that I got?
I see.
Oh, yeah.
So at this point, it's actually several $1,000s since we're...
Oh, more than that.
Okay.
My budget? What I've just done?
I meant for today.
Just for today. I have no idea. I didn't amortize it.
Oh. We're going to have to do a lot more shows.
Okay. Now, we're going to start over.
Oh, we're starting. Cool.
We're back, ladies and gentlemen, and we never even went away as far as you're
Welcome
concerned.
back. Thanks.
They didn't leave.
Thanks for tuning in.
No one left.
Oh. Well, then we're back.
We're back.
You're still where you were. We're assuming. We don't know. We can't see.
Could have been moved.
We can't see. Yeah,
You could be
have
moving.
moved. They could be moving.
They could be moving right now.
They could be.
In a car.
Ideally.
No. Ideally?
Yeah.
Yeah. Ideally in a car.
Well, it's faster that way.
Yeah. A little faster.
Everywhere is walking distance.
A
if you've got
cat
the
is
time.
not a very good way to get around.
Unless you're a flea.
Well.
Then it's a fine mode of transportation.
Then it's a fine
Otherwise,
mode.
a Cadillac is the way to go.
The Cadillac, huh?
Yeah.
The Cadillac. The Cadillac for the men and women.
Get it? Cat-a-lac?
I did.
I didn't mean it that way.
But a
though.
big
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
If I only had my sequence
Be here all
already.
What happened with that? I thought you were
It's right outside in a
downstairs.
box.
We just need to plug it in?
Oh,
It's
yeah.
all programmed?
Learn how to program it.
Oh, it's not programmed?
Oh,
I thought
no.
you shipped it off to have it programmed.
Yeah.
Have a bunch of funny stuff put on it.
Yeah. Not happened yet.
Didn't happen? Oh. Have to hire new help?
Yes.
Have to find somebody else that'll do something for free?
Called me. It's called me. It's called I Must Learn It Now.
Well, if you
And
want
put the sounds in it.
If you want it done right, you got to do it yourself.
Oh, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It's a blast. Technology is fabulous. In fact, that's what our topic is today.
Oh. Something specific in that realm, or the horror of a T3, or what? When Skylink takes over? Is that what it was called?
Skylink, that was.
Is that what it was called?
Yeah.
In Terminator?
Mm-hmm.
Is it called Skylink? That doesn't
was.
sound right.
In Terminator, Skylink?
Yeah. That doesn't sound right.
It sounds
I think
right
it's
to me.
close, but I don't think it's right.
Okay.
When the computer becomes self-aware. And Will Smith has got a new one out called iRobot. It's coming out.
iRobot.
Yeah, where the robots get smart.
Oh, yeah. No, they're plotting against humanity.
Yeah, and they are. They're plotting against humanity.
And you know what? They might be. We won't know. We've given them birth, and we have no idea where it's going to go from there.
They're going to need us to fix stuff, though. That's the problem. I mean, whether or not we become their slaves, that's debatable. But they're not going to be able to wipe us out because they're going to need us for something.
For what, though? Because eventually they'll be able to fix themselves. But the cool part is they're not human.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
I'm not quite sure.
Yeah, that's debatable.
That one, I'm not sure. Well, if computers are calculators, so I wouldn't imagine that they wouldn't have the ability to be calculating or to be able to think like things, or people that actually input or program actually are the ones. Can I say actually anymore?
I'm hoping you do.
I was actually wondering.
And I hope you work basically in a few times too, because that's my favorite word.
Basically?
Basically, yeah. Throw that in anywhere, basically.
Basically, actually.
Yeah. And honestly, to be perfectly honest, because up till now I've been lying to you. I used to say that all the time. A friend of mine used to make fun of me, because I'd say, to be perfectly honest, he says, oh yeah, because up till now you've been lying to me. And that's the joke. Of course, I would always say, bada bing. I would also say, feel more than free. And he goes, how can you be more than free? You're either free or you're not. I can be more than free. What are you, wild and crazy? Feel wild and crazy.
What are you, wild? You're crazy.
Yeah,
you're wild and crazy?
Hey, we're two wild and crazy cruises.
That's my little sequencer for you right now. Don't you like it? Bada bing, bada bing. Bada bang.
Look, that's funny to you, but I don't think the humor's reaching our audience. Did you forget to bring the funny?
Yes.
I didn't bring you funny either.
You didn't?
We're going to be thought-provoking. How about that?
Thought-provoking today.
Yeah, can we be thought-provoking today?
Let's change it.
We have to be funny every minute, don't we? When was I not on? I thought I was on. When was I not on?
A little bit of time ago when I turned you off.
Oh.
And then I said, welcome back. I cut you out. I stopped you.
There was the funny.
Stopped
and that was my best material, so I don't know what you were thinking.
I didn't mean to take it from you. I can't retrieve it. It's gone forever.
It'll come back to me.
Okay. Thank goodness.
We'll recycle that old news.
Okay. It's a good thing.
We just wait around long enough, history will repeat itself.
Yeah, history does repeat itself. I guess that's what I've been told anyway.
Yeah, I ain't buying it. Similar things happen, but it's not history repeating itself.
But, the funny thing is if you really look at...
I'm hoping it's funny.
Well, I don't know about this part. Okay. This is actually
intriguing.
Intriguing is the better word because
propoping is what you were trying to say.
I'm propoping that this is intriguing. Okay, because if this is intriguing, I have no idea what I'm telling you right now.
I know where I'm going with this.
What happened?
Yeah.
No, I want to. What I was thinking was funny is more ironic funny. Ironic, funny,
and interesting,
intriguing, more thought-provoking. Because we were talking about...
Which would be a good name for a rock band, by the way.
Intriguing or thought-provoking?
All of that.
Oh, all of that.
Yeah, basically, actually, intriguing, thought-provoking. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, and nice. Yeah.
And nice, that's part of their name?
And funny, yeah.
And funny.
Yeah.
Okay. Boy.
That's a good name for our show, .com. What did I just say? Yeah. That's the real question. So go ahead. You want to talk about something? I
did.
Not so much anymore?
Well, my mood has changed.
I see. Rather quickly. Maybe you do need that medication Bonnie's talking about then, huh? Just stabilize. A little more stability would be nice.
Yeah, just,
hey, I like the roller coaster. I'll tell you what. I don't mind it.
No one rides with you.
I get a little dizzy now. I can't go on the roller coasters as much.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I have an equilibrium issue with my inner ear.
Well, I don't like things that go around it in a circle. But I'm going to get back to my intriguing, thought-provoking thought.
Okay, good.
Thought-provoking
good plan.
Thought.
Yeah. See if you can tame this wild horse.
Yeah. See if I can
see
you're
if
out of control.
Yeah. See if you regain control of this runaway.
No. Okay.
This runaway herd. Go ahead.
Doing my own sound effects today because I do not have my sequencer yet, so it's coming from me.
Go ahead, rein me in. Go ahead.
Dun, 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 dun.
I never got the chance to thank you. Who was that masked man?
So, the thought-provoking thing is, if you look at life, you see patterns, even of your own. The older that I get, and the more that I'm alive, I get to see certain things happen over and over again. And a lot of it is patterns or things that I maybe have created. Or other situations like how the stock market goes, and it has cycles as well. And looking at things, it has cycles.
The economy has an 8-year cycle, and it has a 60-year cycle. The stock market has a 60-year cycle.
Why do you say 60-year?
Because that's the habit. That's the standard. There is but as humans go, as humans progress, we try and fine tune laws so that we won't have a crash like we had in the 20s. But we did have a crash in the 80s. That's a 60-year cycle.
When's the next one?
Well, I mean, it depends on how we modify the laws. And we have modified the laws to try and reduce the cycle, the economic cycle. It has to do with generations, because when you experience something, you may become cautious in your business dealings. And then the next generation grows up with a certain amount of caution, because they're taught that with their parents, but then the third generation isn't taught that so much, so they become reckless again and careless again. So the pattern repeats itself. That's where the 60 years comes from. But there are natural cycles in everything. There's natural cycles in nature, in the earth, in the way the stars turn. There's cycles in everything. There's an 11-year cycle to the sunspots. You don't even know what I'm talking about, do you?
No. But I know there's sunspots.
There are sunspots, and
what are sunspots again?
We're not really sure what they are, but they're...
How come? How come we haven't been there yet?
It's really hot.
Yeah. Oh, it's only like it's thing really, on fire.
Really far and really hot.
It's burning.
It's burning, pretty much.
It's on fire.
It's a huge ball of fire, is what it is. And there's something going on the surface, and it has to do with an electromagnetic charge. And it changes the color from our perspective of what the sun looks like. And they actually do look like spots on the sun. And there is an 11-year cycle to those sunspots, and it disrupts our communications. It disrupts our satellites, and we are so heavily dependent on satellites now. Even the last cycle, a decade ago, we weren't as dependent on satellites as we are now. Everything is satellites now. They're not even going to hardwire Iraq. They have satellite phones. They got cell phones. They're not even going to pull wires anymore. That's what's so amazing about the market for China, is you don't need to pull wires anymore. Well, you do for power, but you don't for communications. You just throw up a couple satellites and have them hover above China, and you can sell cell phones to every frickin' person in China. It's a huge marketplace. That's why they're so exciting, and that's part of the reason that gas is so high, because the Chinese are burning it all. Hopefully, that's your friend. New York, you're on the air.
What a nice song. Little teeny break.
Isn't that...
No.
No? Okay. Not important.
No. Well, I mean, well, it's important, but not over our show.
I'm going to cough.
No, don't cough, because we can't know that you're human.
You don't have a cough button? You need a cough button.
Here you go. Here it is.
Need a button at the, where's that button? Yeah. Oh, okay.
Here, I'm pushing the button, man. Yeah.
It's not to make me cough. It's to go. It's so you can't hear me coughing.
Oh! I thought you said can I have a cough?
It's a button that you push while I'm coughing. That way, that doesn't go out to the world.
I could probably mute you.
That's what it is.
I didn't want to. I didn't want to do one.
The cough button. See, I listen to talk radio. You don't.
It's called the cough button. Hey, take the cough button and push it. It's not called the cough button, Dan. I promise.
What do you think it's called?
Mute.
Oh. Okay. Well, why would you push it?
To turn you off.
Good luck with that. I'm a freaking loudmouth. Are you kidding?
To shut you up.
Bring a freaking couple of big guys with you.
I don't know that anybody could take you.
I don't know. Well, there are a few guys out there that could, but I'm pretty imposing.
Yeah.
And I'm a trained killer, so.
By the hardcore people, ladies and gentlemen.
But I hear some beeping.
It's okay. Just let it go, Dan.
Okay, let it go.
It's my sound effects in the background. Don't pay attention to the wizard.
To the man behind the curtain. I see butterflies.
Oh wait, that's right.
I hear music, and I see butterflies. But I'm a gentle soul, really I am. And You know, I watched.
You're the gentle giant. That's your.
I watched a great program. It was
That's the magic name today.
It was ESPN, and it was the strongest man contest. And these men are huge. I mean, absolutely huge. They're 6'6", and some of them go 300 pounds. These are real giants. I mean, I'm a big guy for the average, but these are real giants, and they're doing incredible feats of strength. And one of the guys, he's from, I think he's from Norway, or he's Swedish or something, and they did a brief interview with him, and he says, you know, it's not the big dogs that bite people. It's the little dogs. Because the big dogs protect people. The big dogs are trained to protect people. You know, like a German Shepherd.
Are you saying you're a protector?
Absolutely.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely. That is my point. And that was his point as well.
That's why I called you the gentle giant.
And that was his point as well. I mean, I'm gentle to the point where, until you cross me.
And then I'll kill you.
Well, if it comes to that. I mean, it's about a reasonable response. It takes a lot to piss me off. But once...
I don't think you can say the word pissed.
But once I do cross that threshold, then, you know, you're in a lot of freaking trouble. You know, but I can also cool off very quickly as well.
So basically, I was getting back to the thought-provoking thing, which was being ironic, which was things have cycles and circles, but I don't like going in circles like a merry-go-round, and that's what I was talking about, because you're talking about roller coasters, and then we were talking about technology.
Yeah.
And so...
And robots.
And technology. Yeah, that was a feature. So we're talking about entertainment now. Little entertainment review here.
Skylink.
Ooh, pretty.
Pretty colors.
Donuts. I love donuts. Man, they're the greatest thing in the world.
Who doesn't? I mean, Krispy Kreme is huge business.
I know some people who don't like donuts. But,
well, God bless them.
Yeah.
I could use some of that jeans.
Yeah. I don't think you want to wear their jeans.
They wouldn't fit.
It'd be a little bit tight. Yeah. Be a little too tight for you, buddy.
Can I say Dan?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can say anything.
As long as I mean Hoover?
Yeah.
Hoover Dan.
Exactly. As long as you say Hoover in front of it, we're all okay.
Those are gorgeous.
So we were talking about that. We were talking about technology, but then you were talking about technology in China.
I can hear that.
I know.
Okay.
Sorry.
It's all right. I'm doing the same thing.
Like all let's just touch things.
Yeah, I mean, it's just amazing. You were talking about cycles and technology, so I think your point was about technology, though.
Well, we started out talking
more than cycles.
We started out talking about technology, but I do want to talk about different cycles and things that happen and things that are circular. We go around in circles, but not a perfect circle. We go around in a circle. Our sun goes around. There's all these things that go around, and that there's all these cycles, and I just find it quite amazing. Things in cars, I know things go up and down, but there's a lot of things that turn around, a lot of wheels, a lot of things that spin. In technology fans.
Can you dumb it down a little for me, Doc?
Yes. Let me just say that there
I'm gonna tinker with your ticker.
Things that are round.
Things that go round and round.
And they go around in a circle. And that's
a
what
song.
Makes
Here
life
we go around in circle. Gonna fly high with a bird up in the sky.
I think it's a little bit different tune, but
am I wrong? I got something screwy there.
No,
that's all I got. And I was happy with that.
Yeah, it sounded good to me.
I was. That's all I had. I was happy with it. You spoiled my moment.
So. I'm not taking away your rain.
Okay.
Wait, I think that's your parade.
My parade. Yeah, you're not parading on my rain.
Yeah, so. I'm not going to parade on your rain. Okay, I'm not going to do it.
Okay.
I'm going to let your rain be.
So yeah, it really is amazing, and we're just making huge leaps forward. You know, that the capacity of computers to calculate things, it really is just amazing.
So are you feeling that we would be putting ourselves at jeopardy in some computer that may take over the world, like all the movies tell us, like in iRobot?
I haven't seen the end of iRobot, so I don't know how it ends.
I think they all get blown up.
I'm sure there's some.
I'm sure there's a setup for a sequel.
It was like Independence Day. Independence Day had such a stupid ending because this is an alien race that's completely overwhelming our world, and they are undone by a hacker with an iMac.
Don't underestimate the underdog with a Mac.
Yeah, don't
underestimate the underdog with a Mac, dude.
We'd like to welcome our new sponsor, Apple Computers.
please send us money.
Yeah, there you go. We're a big fan of Apple.
I love Apple. Are you kidding?
Thank God for Steve Jobs that he brought the
Thank God for technology.
That he brought the company back from the brink. So.
Well, thank God for technology as well, and the amazing technology with DigiDesign, Pro Tools. That's also awesome technology. Final Cut. That's real technology as well. I mean, it really is now. It is a consumer edit tool, but it really now has surpassed. It has made its way into where it's broadcastable. It's broadcastable, the product that it makes, and that's an important move for Final Cut. And it's affordable.
It really is amazing.
Now people like me and you can make our little electronic puppet shows come true.
It's the democratization of media.
It is.
It really
and
is.
Also the free world about the internet, with the internet, webcasting.
And weblogs and webcasting.
I don't know what weblogs are. What is that?
They're called blogs. They are
blogs?
Just, yeah.
Oh.
And
that's why. Weblogs? Oh, put another log on the web?
They're called blogs.
Okay. Blogs.
Blogs,
okay.
Yeah. And they're journals. And they're individuals or corporations that update, sometimes hourly, the journal. And it can be on any subject. It can
What journal? What are you talking about?
It's an internet journal. It's an online journal.
And it's called blog?
A blog is the journal. It's called a weblog.
Have you been on the internet lately?
I read a lot more than you do.
That's true.
Yeah.
There's hands down. Hands down, you got me beat on that. Yeah. No way. I barely read.
And that's how I know.
I can barely read.
You can. You just don't have time for it.
I just barely have time to read. I really have time to sleep right now.
You barely have time to sleep. I know. You're doing too much.
I'm driven.
You need to learn how to relax. You need to be able to put your car in park.
My car in park.
And maybe shut off the ignition for a few minutes.
I have to. It's called sleep.
Well,
it's required. It's a shutdown.
But even beyond the sleep, you have to find a way to relax when you're awake, because it's important. It's part of enjoying.
Are we
your
talking
life.
about technology, or are you turning into my shrink right now?
I'm sorry.
Huh? Which one? Which one?
A little bit of both.
Okay.
A little from column A, a little from column B.
Little mixture, Missy.
It's all part of the same mix for me,
Well, the thing that I have a question for you on with technology, do you think we're going to create something basically in the general scheme of things that's going to end up overtaking us? Or has it already overtaken us in the way that our minds think, the way that we deal with things, how we want to accomplish things, and we utilize them for us? Do you think it'll be something that will turn against us at some point or just overcome us? Technology.
I mean, I think the scenario in T3 is possible. Skynet, that's what it was called.
Skynet.
Skynet is what it was called.
Ooh, good. What were you calling it?
I knew Skylink wasn't right.
Oh, Skylink.
Skynet. I knew that. I knew Skynet was what it was called.
Good for you.
I do think the scenario is possible. I mean, there may come a point where a supercomputer becomes self-aware, but for it to view humans as its enemies
want to overcome us in any capacity, because we've been fixing them and helping them and giving them birth, so we're their parents.
Yeah, that suggests a maliciousness within the circuitry. Mm-hmm. And I mean, that's human.
But also then that's human, right? Because human beings have done
that's human.
To their own.
To suspect maliciousness is human. Is a human expectation. I mean, we expect it, in aliens. We expect them to be, malicious. We expect it in each other. We expect it in our government. We expect it in other countries. We expect it in other religions. We expect this maliciousness, basically because we are malicious. I'm not saying it's an unreasonable expectation. I'm saying it's a rational and justifiable expectation, because it is. People are that way much of the time, and it's unfortunate that people behave that way. But it is what it is. But whether that would translate into computer circuitry, I don't know. Bicentennial Man was just on a couple weeks ago on television. Are you familiar with that movie at all? Very slow movie, frankly, but a lot of funny stuff and some interesting stuff. It's also well written, because I think it was Isaac Asimov that actually wrote it, and it's about a robot who becomes self-aware.
Right. And also wants to become human, and then wants to die as a human, and doesn't want to live forever.
Right. and experience.
Why would you want to live forever on this planet? No, actually, I'm just kidding. I think that is part of, we're not used to even thinking of those long-term ideas. We read books of people that, lived 2,500 years ago, or, right?
2,000 years ago.
2,000 years. Only 25.
And more.
and so
I'm not sure what you're referring to. You're talking about
just time and thinking about how long people last and things last, and we live longer because of technology. We last longer because of technology. So we're very bionic in a lot of ways as well, or the opportunity to become bionic.
Bionic is something else entirely.
What? It's technology.
No, bionic is the marrying of organic matter to technology.
I know. I'm talking about us becoming like them, and then becoming like mixing the both. I'm doing both sides.
Yeah,
both sides.
We will become bionic, but
One and two.
We're not bionic yet.
Not yet.
No,
but we're close. Technology.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. We're going to be like, so it's going to be, and it's going to be fast.
She's waving her hands around like she means something, but she's not actually using any words. It's going to be woo. Yeah, she's waving her hands around like she knows what anybody else is talking about except me. Use your words.
Use your words, darling. Use your words. Well, I just think technology is fascinating. That's all we have time for today.
Oh, really? We're done already?
We're done.
Oh, did you have something you had to do?
Yeah.
Oh.
Sorry.
Okay. Whatever.
It's 3:00.
Yeah, it's going on it. We can get started at 2:30.
Should we argue this on the air?
Yeah, let's argue for about 15 minutes about whether or not we went long enough.
That's okay. I'm only going to use little clips anyway of any of these right now.
Perfect.
Never are they going to be whole. Are you kidding?
The rule is that if I have the steering wheel in my hand,
yeah,
I decide. And since you got the buttons there in your hands, you decide.
I'm in charge.
I can sit here and talk all I want,
and then I can turn you off.
But if you've already left the building, I'm pretty much wasting my time. Right?
Anyway.
Well, thanks for coming.
Thanks for coming. And we're going to talk about technology again because we just barely scratched the surface.
We didn't even scratch the surface.
Oh.
We didn't even get out our scratching tools.
We just mentioned it.
We briefly mentioned it. Yeah.
Okay. Good. In passing.
So you think of something to talk about.
And then I'll think of something to talk about.
Not you.
Oh, okay.
The listener.
Okay.
Our audience.
Yes.
You think of...
Please think of things.
Think of stuff to talk about.
And then talk to us.
And then call us, and we'll figure out what our number is.
When we give you our 800 number. That's next on our list, I promise.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Come again.
Bye.